Why, hello there. My name is Grand Crawdaddy Corey, and welcome to the next installment of Cozy. We got a good one for you today. There's a highfalutin mystery box. Ooh, and we got a toddler toy fresh from my hometown of New Orleans. Ooh, it's gonna be a quality, scrumptious, mouth-watering episode, and I cannot wait to bring it to you. Shit!
Hey, welcome to Core Xeons. Have a look at our new studio. I told you it was the bomb. Hey, everyone says, no one says the bomb anymore. I say the bomb because I'm the bomb. The bomb is cool. Stop saying the bomb in public places. Stop saying this airplane we're on sure is the bomb. Stop saying you da-bombed up the bathroom. Well, you know what? I'm going to say da bomb because I'm the bomb, you're the bomb, we're all the bomb. The bomb is cool. Taking it back. Welcome to Core Xeons. Yes! Today is our first ever mystery box! That's right. I will have no idea which toy I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to have my son choose a toy out of a box, and I'm going to talk about it. And it's going to be, I'm hoping that it's something weird and stupid that I would normally not cover, because that's fun. Also, later on, we're going to do our first ever toddler toy. That'll be interesting. Delving into that market, eh? Well, I forgot to turn my one light on. That's better. So, yeah, do you like the new studio? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. I'm wasting time? You are. Alright. Okay, so regarding the mystery box, full disclosure, I live alone. My son is a little too young to understand the concept of mystery. So I will have some knowledge of what's in the box. I just will not know which we're going to talk about. Okay, Des, this is our first ever mystery box. So what I need for you is I need you to open up the box and pick out a toy for Daddy to talk about. Now these are Daddy's toys, so they're not for playing with, but I want you to pick one, and I'm not going to look. Pick one that you want me to talk about. Go ahead and open it up. Mystery box, AB's helping. Mystery box, hey, hey, hey. Mystery box, what's in there? We're going to talk about a weird one, hopefully. Whoa, we're talking about Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Thanks, Des. It has been chosen, as was prophesied in the box mythical prophecies. Shit. Anyway, so my son has chosen Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts was once one of my favorite franchises on the PlayStation consoles. Started in 2002. It was the perfect mix of fruity Japanese Final Fantasy and fruity Mega Corporation Disney product placement. So, first couple games were awesome. This is Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's the only Kingdom Hearts toy I own. It would have been kind of cool to maybe have a Kairi or something, his girlfriend. However, after about 15 years, they finally, 15 years and a million in-betweens and re-releases and final mixes and all this other crap, they finally released Kingdom Hearts 3 recently on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and it was one of the worst things I've ever played. It was pretty, but it was very stupid. A horrible resolution. By then the story made no sense and was complete crap. And I no longer like it. I will never play it again. However, Kingdom Hearts 2 I consider to be the best of the series, and I played that many times. Good times. So, this is Sora from that in his black, I believe, first form or maybe second form. He would evolve into forms to have different powers and different moves when fighting the enemies. So, this figure is pretty cool. Let's get into it. It looks great. It's a great sculpt. It looks just like him from the game. The reason I got this one is because a lot of Sora toys. First of all, Sora's my favorite character. He's the main character. Well, you could say he's the main. He's one of the many main characters. Let's say that. The reason I got this one is because if you look at his face, I have a habit of choosing this. You'll notice he's not taking a dump. But many of the Sora figures are actually have huge shit-eating grins, which is a common thing in the game. He's very smiley. But, again, that's not my jam. I like a normal face. So he has a nice neutral face. I thought it looked great. Comes with a sweet, normal Keyblade. That's this. It's the weapon in the games. It's sword. A lot of times the figures will come with a weird one, whether it be from the mythical past of the G-Blade War, or some other kind of enchanted from one of the many Disney and Final Fantasy and Square other worlds you visit. So that being said, let's get a look at it. So his head moves. It's a nice little ball. It doesn't really move too much back and forth though. He kind of doesn't really have a neck in there, which is a little strange because they do have necks. That being said, I will pose this figure, but it is pretty high quality. It feels brittle, and I don't want to go too crazy. So the shoulders actually move back and forth, if you can see that. And, there's a ball on there, and they rotate. Let's see. There's also a bicep swivel, and a pretty big, almost double joint at the elbow. The hand rotates.
Come here, I wanna marry Donald Duck.
Or something, probably a quote from the game. Other arm is the same, and within it he's holding the Keyblade. It's got a cool little chain there. I believe Tetsuya Nomura or something like that. He designed all the characters, does a lot of the Final Fantasy characters. This was strictly in the chains and zipper era of his designs, and actually I kind of like it. So, let's see. He's got a nice little ballish joint at the waist, and it moves there. I would say that's more of a chestal move, because there's no actual waist movement, but I would say maybe that could be waist. Got the baggy jeans, or pants. Got the cool straps, which, while cool, do definitely restrict the leg movement. You're not getting a lot of movement out of there. You can kind of pull on it to stretch it. I don't want to rip it. Same deal at the knees. The pants are wacky, and while they are flexible, they're pretty rigid, and they don't allow for a lot of movement. So, again, disappointing. There's a twisty there, and there's a toe bend, and and a back and forth at the foot too, and that's the same for the other foot. So all in all, not really a toy that you can play with all that much, I would say. Especially if you want to get him running or something. But for posing and for general display, very cool. He holds onto the Keyblade in either hand, got a little tab there. And it looks just like the game. Really cool quality. All the figures from this series of these kinds look really good. If you love Kingdom Hearts, this is one of the better regular action figures you can own. So, that was my mystery box. Definitely kind of a weird one I wouldn't normally talk about, but I will say, still has a spot in my box, or in my case, in my magic case. Woo! Even though I hate the resolution, I really love Kingdom Hearts 2, and that's why in the box he shall remain. Alrighty, coming up next, baby, we got our first ever toddler toy.
Riku, you're my best friend. Why won't you love my heart?
Sora, you're such a kid.
Kairi, you're my best friend. Why won't you love my heart? Hi, Sora. Mickey Mouse, what are you doing here? Oh, just hanging out in my trench coat, looking for hot bitches. But you're married, and you're the king of the Disney world, I guess. Well, whatever, Sora. I can't be limited to one mouse. Oh, I don't agree with this at all. I want no part of it. Too bad, you're in it too deep now. Haha. Oh no.
Feel free to stop me. Someone's got it. So that was our mystery box segment. What'd you think? I think it went okay. Yeah. It was a silly toy, but whatever. That's right. That means it's time for our toddler toy portion.
Nice tube.
It's our first ever toddler toy. Today we're talking about J'adore Quisia Delivion Metro City Z. Pretty sure that was cool of me to say. Last week, Grand Crawdaddy Corey stopped by all the way from Louisiana. He is quite the handyman. He fixed my toilet. He even put a nifty little nightlight in there, so help me aim while I'm at night trying to pee, you know? That's great. Yeah. So anyway, he brought this from his native New Orleans, Louisiana. Someplace he called Barnes and Noble. That can't be right. Yeah, it appears to be a French toy, so he's just sticking with his heritage. Oops, I'm getting a fax. This is highly irregular. Says here that there is a nationwide manhunt for a Grand Crawdaddy Corey. Says he is a sex pervert. I had a house party yesterday. I need to make some calls. It's fine, everything's cool. There was a shootout. Oh, that old relative. Anyway, for our first ever toddler toy, I thought we'd go straight to the source.
Today we're talking about our wooden tube toys. What do you got there, Des?
Car handle and some wood pieces and something else in there.
Okay, let's open it up. Dump it out.
Let's see what's inside it.
I think you got it. Keep pulling. There you go.
Dump it down.
Whoa! Dump the whole thing.
Looked like a lot of fun to dump out toys. I mean, what's better than dumping? I've never been more excited. Yep. By the way, I once interviewed at Barnes & Noble, and the guy who interviewed me for minimum wage was like, Barnes & Noble has a very high reputation, and you gotta feel like you really want to come here because it's a real great place. And I'm just like, dude, it's a fudging bookstore. Anywho, my son chose this set over a fire truck, which is a pretty big deal. It comes with 4 vehicles, some roads, some traffic signs, and a tube to put it all in.
We got a wood piece.
A road piece. We got
One.
the fire vehicle car truck thing. We got
Got the toe claw.
the bank.
The
Dump claw.
Can you show me those? Very good. Now I'll take the dump truck. Woo, woo, woo. And the tow truck, which also moves.
Here are the signs, baby. Stop! Park! Lights! And here are all the vehicles. They're cute. They're little wooden. They have little eyeballs on them. Designed to go on this track of road, which is set up kind of like the little magnetic train sets. And not quite sure why, but it is cool that these can fit on a standard train set track as well.
Now you can build it any way you want. So whether you want the road lines up or down, that's up to you. Or if you want to make a circle or not, that's up to you.
You make a short.
Okay. We did it! We made a loop! Woo! Woo! So can the cars drive on there?
Ow!
There it goes! It tows!
The best thing about the set is that the police tow truck, I guess they have tow trucks, those silly French, don't they know police need bazookas and tanks? Can hook up to a wide variety of other vehicles, not just the set ones, through the little hole in the bottom. You hook it up, and away it tows. And my son loves to tow the shit out of a lot of different shits.
What's the biggest thing that tow truck can pull?
How many wins?
Whoa! Yeah, very cool, Des. Whoa! Look at it go!
Yay! On a smiling day, it's a holiday.
What is your favorite vehicle out of those ones? Which one do you like the best?
Then what because it's Billy Sandendorn plants and yucky stuff away.
He loves it when the little people have their car break down, then they have to wait for the tow truck because then they gotta go to grandma's and grandma's waiting for them, but they're gonna go get ice cream first, and then they're gonna wait for the train to pass because the gates have gone down. But first there's an ambulance coming and we gotta wait for that, and they gotta pull over and we gotta watch out because people are gonna hurt, and then the little people wanna see an ice cream truck, but then they see a food truck because they have to get food first, and then after that, then they can get dessert because they have to eat the food before the treat, and then they all gotta get it, and then they all gotta get in the car, and then, oh, wait, there's a policeman coming, they're chasing a bad guy, and they're gonna say, oh, I see a police car, they're chasing a bad guy, and they say, hey, what's that noise? And then all the big trucks get stuck in a big traffic jam, and they gotta wait for that, and it fills up the whole road, and you gotta keep adding car after car after car after truck after vehicle after all things to until, and then the little people are in their home, and they say, hey, look, what's all that noise out there? All those cars and trucks beeping. Well, it's all great. Let's talk about the individual vehicles. The green dump truck dumps. The red fire car truck thing doesn't do anything. The bank vehicle, which has a nice little robber in there, they're robbing the bank, the scamps, doesn't do anything either. And then, as I mentioned before, the tow truck tows. The road itself, when complete, is pretty small. In such a small tube, you wouldn't expect something huge or anything like that, but it is still kind of dinky. Des really likes it. I wouldn't say he plays with the road too much. He has a wide, flat road, which he much prefers. But he does love the opportunity to build a train track and train set and put all manner of vehicles on that. That is his jam right now. So for that purpose, he likes this a lot. This set wasn't too expensive. I think it was about $14 US dollars. So that's not so bad for all that you get here. And it comes in the nice little carrying tube that he likes to carry around too. And that's about it. I think Des really likes this set. He plays with it often enough. And thanks to the ubiquitous and almost universal towing abilities of this little police tow truck, it gets a lot of use. And I think it gets the stamp of approval in Toddler Town. But you know what? For our toys recently, we've been asking Aby for his opinion. Aby, what do you think about this toddler set? No one cares, Aby. This is a toy for children, not for doggos. Oh, I'm gonna miss old Crawdaddy Corey, though. I've actually been told to stop doing voices. Apparently they're too sexy. And I get it. It's too sexy. You don't want to finish watching me before you finish watching me, am I right? Hey! Oh, shit. I promise not to do any more voices. I'll never do voices again. We're done doing voices. And that's our show. Woo! Our first ever mystery box. Our first ever toddler toy. That was a good one. And our first ever new studio. Well, hot diggity dang. Oh, what a success. Yeah, so thank you as always for watching. If you would love to love me more, please consider donating to my Patreon. See all my sexy links for social media on the old social media crap explosion screenshot right here. And look at the links in the description as well. Next time on Corzions, we're going to be talking X-Men villains featuring my favorite villain ever, Apocalypse. So that'll be fun. So until next time, folks, I love you, and have a grand time.